welcome back to my channel. It's very echoey in this hotel room and I did not notice until just now when I started speaking. And then I always get, whenever I do shit like this, I get like hyper aware of my volume and I'm like worried people in the surrounding hotel rooms can hear me. And maybe it's not obvious that I'm talking to myself, but anyway, it is 11:28, can't see, 11:28 a.m. and I have to check out of this hotel at noon. So I have about 20 minutes to leave and I thought, why not film a little video right now? I was like just watching someone else's video, a booktuber, and they were like talking about their travel essentials and like their travel hacks and stuff. Like I don't really have any travel hacks. I'm probably actually not very good at packing. I often bring too much stuff or I forget essential things. So I will share with you my essentials in this video, but no hacks. And my essentials might be a little bit strange. I also want to share what's in my little knitting kit because I've been traveling for 2 weeks now, and over the course of those 2 weeks I have acquired a lot of random stuff in my little knitting kit. Things that may or may not be related to knitting at all. I thought it would be fun to share what I'm going to take with me on my train ride home. The train ride is 18 hours from Portland to Oakland. I didn't want to carry anything, so I'm shipping everything home. Like basically all my clothes and like toiletries and like stuff I don't think I'm gonna need for this train ride. Because your girl hates carrying stuff. I would much rather pay to ship everything home than have to carry a very heavy bag. I just know what I like and what I don't like, and I don't like carrying heavy ass bags, especially when I'm alone and I have to be aware of my surroundings. Okay, now I'm just blabbering. I'm gonna try to do this semi-quick so I can make sure everything's out of this room before I run out of here. But I wanted to share with you what I'm gonna bring in the bag I'm taking on the train. The tripod is on the box I'm shipping. So after I check out, I'm gonna go ship my box and we'll take a leisurely stroll down to the train station because it doesn't actually leave until about 2:30. Yeah, let's get into it. Let me show you the bag that I have. I have this giant bag from Baggu. It's the medium-sized cloud bag and it's okay. I bought it like for this trip because it was like a giant tote bag that kind of has the ability to fold up into itself into a little pocket. And I don't know that I like it that much, but it's doing the job for sure. I'm gonna show you what's in the bag and then what we're gonna put in the bag. I'm also gonna show you my food items because one of my friends was like, food on the train sucks, you should definitely bring your own food. So I got some like weird healthy food. Okay, so what's in my bag right now is my computer. And yesterday, I was hanging out with this guy and he was like, why do you have a weed sticker if you don't smoke weed? And I was like, does that make me a poser? I didn't even think about that. I was like, it's just a sticker. I have my sock blockers in here. These are not really a travel essential, although they are very helpful to have with me. They have stuck with me throughout this whole trip because they are kind of a funny size and they're too big to fit in even a large priority mailbox from the post office. So they just had to stick with me, and that's fine because they don't really weigh anything. I also have my curling iron in here, which I did not use once. And then there's really not that much in this bag yet because I haven't finished packing. But I bought some snacks. These are my snack preferences. Weird, healthy-ish chocolate and nut butter. I'm really excited to try this one. It's from Ground Up. It's from Portland and it's cinnamon, snickerdoodle, almond, and cashew butter. Sounds fire. I bought 2 just in case. It's hella good. I also bought a Justin's vanilla almond butter only because they didn't have maple, which is my preferred Justin's flavor. Okay, now the bag's empty and basically besides those things, I just have like my iPad and then a bunch of my iPad, some snacks, and then my yarn stuff. The knitting stuff I'm bringing on the train that is like ready to use is the sock that I'm currently working on. This is the Una sock, I believe. I think that's the name. I don't actually have the pattern with me. I just have like a photo of it on my phone. My camera is like seeing this button as a face right now. That's so weird. So I have the Una sock that I'm working on. I'm like almost done with the ankle portion, and then I'm gonna move on to the heel and the foot. We all know how a sock is made at this point. So this is gonna be one of my projects on the train. I did get the tiny circular needles from Xiaogu. I don't know how to say that. Can someone please let me know in the comments the pronunciation of that brand? Because I feel like I've heard people say it differently. But I got these when I was in Seattle, the tiny little circular needles, and they're kind of hard to use. I am so slow. Like, they're definitely nice needles, and they are working very well with this yarn. This is the yarn that I'm using. It's Trilogy yarn, and I think the yarn is called Plush, and then the color that I got is called Oil Slick, and this was an indie dyer from Spokane, Washington, and I got it at Acorn Street Yarn Shop in Seattle. And that's also where I got these little circular needles. So I was having so much trouble like getting a grip on them because they give you 2 wire lengths and then they give you 2 needle lengths, and so I picked the shortest wire, I forget what it is, and then the 2 needle lengths were 2 inches, which is this one, so about that big, and then the other option was 3 inches. And so first I tried like the shortest needle with the shortest wire, and the wire length was like perfect for the circumference of this sock, but when I was knitting I had like no stability in my right hand because the needle's so short, and it was really uncomfortable to like hold on to the wire portion while I was knitting. So I ended up putting the 3-inch needle on the right side just so I have more stability, and that is working a little bit better, but I'm still very slow. I think that's how I'm gonna like continue to use these needles, with the right needle being the 3-inch and then the left needle being the 2-inch. And I don't think it's going to like affect the tension or the look of the sock at all, because it's still, I think it's the same. It's just one is a little bit longer. So this is the project that I'm going to work on the train, but I might start another one on the train. But this is project number 1. And then while I was here in Portland, I went to Ritual Dyes, and I was really excited to go to that shop. And I got some yarn, 3 sock yarns. So all the sock yarn is called Maiden, and this is one of them that's still in hank form. This color is Cancer, and Maiden is 2-ply twist fingering weight merino nylon. And it's so pretty. They had so many good colors. So I got this as a single, and then they had like a sock, like a regular, like a, you know, one of these, regular one, and then it came with a mini, and that was these. And I wound them into balls around the back of my chair, as you saw, and I forget what the colors were called, but I'll let you know when I get to the bottom of these balls. These, I think, I was like, since I'm having trouble with the tiny circular needles, I was like, maybe I'll just like wind these up so I have the option to use them if I decide I am just like getting tired of using those tiny circular needles, because I do have all my double points with me. So I might start another sock on the train too. And we have 18 hours to kill, so maybe I'll be able to knit a few pairs of socks, but realistically, I probably won't even finish one. That's all the yarn that I'm bringing. So it's basically this. Oh, actually I have one more. I have one more tiny ball. I got this in Portland too. I got this from Starlight Knitting Society. And this is just Kelburn woolens, and it was just a mini hank. But this color was very good, and I always have trouble finding the neon sock yarn, and I thought it would look good with this for like a heel and a toe. So I also have this. Basically all the yarn I'm bringing to work with on the train are these, but this has to go in my bag too because I couldn't fit it in the box. Wow, I just talked about that for, oh my god, okay, what time is it? Okay, I have 10 minutes to get out of this room. Other things that are going into my bag. I have this tiny notebook. This is my like knitting notebook. It's basically just a notebook, and it has just like There's like a little knitting chart right there. I can't really show you that because it's from 52 Weeks of Socks, but I didn't want to like look at my phone while I was on a plane. I didn't want to just keep looking at the picture of the knitting chart, so I just like drew it. Here, I'll show you another one that I didn't like fill out all the way. Or I didn't fill it out at all. So basically I just drew a grid with some, can it focus please? I just drew a grid with some numbers, and then I'll just like add the little symbols for knitting, and then I can just look at this instead of like looking at my phone and killing my phone battery. So I have a tiny notebook, and this I would consider one of my knitting essentials for traveling. And now I'm going to show you my little knitting kit, which is in this tiny Baggu bag. So this started out with just like actual essentials when I left Oakland, like 3 pairs of double points, tape measure, you know, like actual things you need. But it's very full now of other things. So I'm gonna quickly show you what's inside. I think it'll be fun. But there also are some like very handy things in here. So let's see what is in here and what I've acquired. First thing, a fork. I need this on the train to eat my salad, and they had one in the cafe, so I'm just going, you know, this was an expensive hotel, so I'm just going to use this fork. I have a pen. This is my personal pen that I brought from home. It's just a very basic ink pen. It's a Pentel Energel pen. Pentel makes like the best pens, in my opinion. I have a solid paint marker, a sticker, my friend's sticker, the rest of the tiny double points. So they're the 2 needles, and then it comes with a T-pin, I guess, to tighten it, and then the other cord. I have a Liquid IV, which I don't think I'm gonna drink these anymore. I used to be really into Liquid IV, and then I was sitting with my aunt in Seattle, and we were talking about adrenal cocktails, which are basically like orange juice, like the juice from an orange, a bit of cream of tartar and salt, and it's like a natural version of this. And this has a ton of sugar in it. Yeah, you don't care. And that has nothing to do with knitting. But I was really into these, and then I like read the back, and it's like hella sugar. I don't feel like my hydration thingy should have 3 different kinds of sugar in it, right? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Maybe it should have hella sugar in it. I also have stitch markers, which I don't know what happened to my actual stitch markers. Just a bunch of safety pins now. I have a pattern I started writing for that gray vest. The buttons from my little gray vest. There's only two left. A Band-Aid for when my thumb hurts. Neosporin that I use as chapstick sometimes. I have my little tube of tapestry needles, which I did bring from home. This is very helpful. I have some double points. These are my 1.5s. These are my favorite. They have green nail polish on them, so I can tell what size they are. And then I also have a size 1 double points, which I didn't use. Someone in the comments in one of my videos said that they just like found their perfect needle size, and they just like knit all their socks with their perfect needle size instead of like the suggested. So I think I'm gonna do that too, because 1.5 seems to be like the best size for me. And whenever I do like the suggested size and it's either bigger or smaller, it like doesn't work as well. So thank you for that comment. I think I will be sticking with 1.5. I also have my size 2s, which I guess I don't really need right now. I have, it's a random like kind of crappy needle from a craft store. It's just a size 0 double point, but I've been using it as a cable needle. I have, this is a lockpick. I have a crochet hook. This is my tape measure. It's very handy. I would definitely recommend bringing a tape measure with you wherever you're going. I have my AirPods, a T-pin, which must have fallen out of the little shorties thing, little shorties bag. I have 2 smashed peppermint patties that I swiped from a spa where I got a facial in Seattle. A large cable needle that I definitely don't need right now. Another lock picking tool, because you never know when you need to pick a lock. a clipper card because I will be home soon. And then the rest is just scrap yarn from various projects that I worked on over the past 2 weeks. And I like to save my scrap yarn because I feel like I can do something cool with it at some point. Like I saw a video, yeah, I think it was a video where someone like tied all their scrap yarn together and they made like an epic yarn, basically. So I kind of want to do that. Okay, put everything back in. So that's what's in this bag, and this bag is pretty nice. I got it. It's like one of the Baggu like three travel bag sets, and it's the smallest one. And it fits a lot. I can also fit like my whole sock project and these little balls in there. So that's that. And then the only other things I have 3 minutes until I like wanted to be checking out. So other than those things, I just have like my noise canceling headphones, water bottle, sunscreen, because I put sunscreen on all the time. And if I'm next to a window, I will put sunscreen on. And then I got some snacks at Whole Foods, and I'm actually like, I'm kind of looking forward to eating these because they sound hella good. Cinnamon almonds, yum. I really like nuts. And I got tomatoes, and I got this salad, which is quinoa and Brussels sprouts with lemon. Sounds hella good. I eat like the most boring food, and then I eat like a ton of candy. Okay, well I hope this was at least a little bit interesting. I feel like I definitely have some very useful knitting tools, but also maybe some things I don't need. But I'm sure everyone's kit's kind of like that. It's kind of like your yarn stash. Like it's just it's a mix of like crap and like things that you love and like things you're like weirdly attached to that you feel like you need to have with you at all times. I'm gonna shove all of this into that Baggu bag and get out of this hotel and go home. Thanks for watching, and let me know what's in your knitting kit and if I should add anything to my knitting kit. Because, oh wait, I had a pair of scissors too. Oh yeah. I also have these tiny scissors, which I also got from the Starlight Knitting Society in Portland. They're so cute, and it says they're like airplane friendly, so maybe you can take them through TSA. But these are very helpful because it sucks when you have a project and you need to cut the yarn and you have no way of cutting yarn. And like my friend can break yarn, and I'm just not very good at that. I gotta go. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what's in your knitting kit in the comments. Also, let me know what your favorite travel snacks are, healthy snacks and healthy candy. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.